What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video. If you're into ATV camping, or just being in the outdoors, you're going to want to stick around for this. So we just got through crossing a gate, went ahead and locked that up. You know, that's one thing I want to bring to attention. Anytime you guys cross a gate, lock that up. You never know the reason why it's there. And I know in this region, there's a lot of cows, so that gate serves a purpose to keep those cows on one side of the fence. Or it could be that two different cattle owners have cattle out here, and with that gate being open, those cows get mixed up. That does happen, so yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. Real quick little tip is just close those gates. It doesn't take any time to do that. But man, on the way in, I was already greeted by a homestead. Didn't get a chance to get any closer, or else I would have walked around. They had it sectioned off, so I imagine they're trying to keep people as far away as possible just so they could preserve that history. But I took a picture of it with the drone and did a quick little flyover. Pretty cool to see like a homestead ranch out here in the middle of nowhere. It is awesome. But man, such a good day to be out in the four-wheeler, or on the four-wheeler. In fact, on the Polaris, I had my Can-Am in the shop. There was something that was wrong with it. On the back left side of the shock, there's a rubber piece that's called a damper, or at least that's what I was told it was called, and it started to melt because of the mufflers. So I took it in to get that repaired and see if we could get a better heat shield in and around that area, so that way I don't have that part melt in the future. So yeah, on the Polaris right now, and I don't mind being out here on this Polaris. It's an awesome bike. It is my wife's machine, but time to get this out and turn the wheels for a little bit. And it's a fun ATV itself. I'm not a brand loyalist. I have a love for all ATVs. In fact, I've been a Suzuki owner, a Polaris owner, a Can-Am owner, and also an Arctic Cat. And I can't say out of all machines that I have a preference. I think the preference is as long as it gets the job done and it's a reliable machine, that's all that matters to me. Ooh, coming up and over this hill, I see something else going on. Got a windmill over here. Looks like a water tank as well. Sometimes these active windmills out here, they pump water into a tank, or it goes into a pipe and it diverts water somewhere else. So let's come up on this and see what we got going on. Oh yeah, I can see from back here it's actually pumping water. There's a tank right here. Got no water in it, but yeah, that's definitely pumping water. And it looks like it's going into that trough, and then from there it looks like they have a line that drops off to feed water into this. But for whatever reason, this ain't storing water, so that water's being diverted somewhere else. Wonder where it's going. But that's pretty dang cool. Oh look, check this out. We got a tractor tire right here. That's something that's pretty popular out here in the West. Is a lot of either farmers or the U.S. Forest Service, they get these tires and then they cut out the top of it like you see right there, and then they cement the center of that, and then they go ahead and use that as water. So this water serves a purpose to give water to cows, bears, deer, elk, wildcat. That's just the way that, you know, the animals out here in the desert environment get water. But man, that's pretty dang cool. I didn't expect to see this here. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and take a picture while I'm here. Well, let's go ahead and get down the road and go find a place to camp for the night. You know, I talked about wild animals and how they use this area to get water from, as well as the cows. And I've had people reach out and ask me, you know, am I afraid of doing solo camps and having, you know, wildlife come out and harass me at night? And I can tell you right now, I've gone camping for a long time. I have 20 plus years of camping experience, and that whole 20 years I've been harassed by bears twice, and one of them happened to be in this region right here, and the other one happened not long ago. In fact, I was setting up camp, or my camp was set up rather, and along the evening there was a, let's see here, where do I want to go? Geez, trail after trail. I want to go here, or I want to go this way. Let's go this way. Oh man, there's another one that goes high. I think I'm gonna stay right through this canyon. This is a beautiful little route right through here. But anyhow, what I was gonna say is, you know, I had a bear come into my camp, or rather a family of bears, sometime in like June or July of last year. Totally freaked the crap out of me, man. And I had a gun, and that's one of the biggest questions that I get asked, you know, through Instagram or on my Facebook, is that, you know, do I carry a gun or something like that to protect myself? And the answer is yes. I don't ever talk about it on my YouTube videos just because I respect people's opinions, and I don't want to become an offensive person to somebody who is totally against guns. I respect you just like you should respect me and my opinions as well. But you know, it is something that I do carry. Here in New Mexico, we are very relaxed on gun laws. We actually live in a sense, you know, like the wild, wild west. You know, we're pretty flexible on guns. You could actually carry one in your vehicle without having to have like a license or anything like that. But if you want to carry one concealed, then you got to go and register for a concealed carry permit. Of course, go and take all the training. But yeah, I do carry one. What I do carry is a 45 or a 40 cal. Today I got a 45, and you know, the reason why I carry one is just because of, you know, the harassment that can go on, especially this time of year. New Mexico is a desert environment, so the lower elevation critters are starting to wake up, and so right now there's a lot of news feed of bobcats and mountain lion being sighted throughout the primitive country here in New Mexico. So yeah, I do myself that favor and just carry a level of protection, primarily just because I do come out here on solo adventures. And that's another thing that people ask me is, you know, how do I let people know where I'm at? And the answer to that is pretty simple. It's all part of pre-planning. So what I do is I talk to my wife, and I get on a map and research areas where I want to go, and I let her know exactly where I'm going to go. In fact, I put coordinates, and to keep that trust between her and I never steer away from the coordinates that I place, and I always tell her that, hey, if I'm not back at a certain time, then, you know, give me at least a 2-hour window, just because, you know, you can run behind, you get distracted out here, you know. So I tell her to at least give me a 2-hour window to at least contact her by phone. Holy cow, that's some boulders and a half. Damn. Woo! Hit the bottom on one of them. Holy crap, that came out of nowhere. Sorry about that, man. But what I was gonna say is I don't deviate from that plan, and so it's been working for us for a long time. And if you're gonna go out on your solo trip and you have all these questions for yourself, you know, how do I let somebody know where I'm at, especially when cell phone service is skittish or it's not gonna happen. And here in New Mexico, there's a lot of undeveloped areas, so I'm gonna say you're gonna sit above 90% chance that anytime you go into the backcountry over here, you are not gonna have service. So, you know, it's kind of a hit and miss for who's listening to this on how to properly address where you're gonna be in a return time. You know, if you have service, then I guess that doesn't matter. You know, you have service, you could reach out, you could communicate with somebody, you know, on real time. But for myself, you know, it's not real time, it's scheduled time. So it's just a little bit different for me versus, you know, other people, but that's okay, man. I love New Mexico. It is so wild and primitive, and you know, knowing that you could go out to areas, and you ever read that it's kind of like a meme where, you know, go to the outdoors, you'll find a better connection, and it has somebody being outside, and you know, they're all lost from the real world, which is like cell phone technology and computer technology. Man, that stuff is real out here. I'm serious. You know, it's awesome. But yeah, it's cool like that. New Mexico's awesome. Love this state, man. I wouldn't live anywhere else or trade it for the world, I'll tell you that, man. We got some beautiful landscape out here, and it just keeps on going and going and going. All right, guys, we made it to an awesome camp spot. We're wind protected. We're kind of in a little bit of a drop off and just in a little bit of a bowl or a hole, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's trees all around me, and it's just creating the perfect environment to keep that wind out of here. Let's have a closer look at this setup that I built. Built a little lean-to right off the front end of the Polaris. I am using the Free Soldier tarp. I said earlier that I was kind of like in a little bowl. So right through here you can see how it just erodes and goes down in. So I went ahead and used the engineering that Rain created and left behind, so that way I didn't have to mess around with anything else. But when you get down into the lower part of this little setup, you can see just how it looks. I'll sleep plenty comfortable right in here. In fact, the cool thing is I'm set up right on sand, so awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and get a fire going and get some dinner going now. All right, guys, things have finally calmed down a little bit. I'm sitting in a chair, got a campfire lit. It is beer 30, so I'm going to drink a La Cumbre IPA. It's an India IPA, and I'll tell you what, probably one of the best things I like to do camping is sit by a campfire and enjoy an ice cold beer. And I'm telling you, that's probably one of the best things about camp. I mean, there's many, but that's up there on my top 5 for sure. But man, it was pretty cool. There was a train that was sounding off its horn, and at the same time it got coyotes all fired up. So coyotes were howling, the train was blowing its horn, and it was just kind of echoing through all the canyons out here. I tried to record that sound bit, and of course, you know, a camera never picks it up, but trust me, just imagine that sound of train and coyotes at the same time and it echoing. That was seriously hands down one of the coolest sound effects I've ever had while camping, I'll tell you that. But yeah, let's get this opened up, guys. Alright, so you see me season up 2 pork chops and left one, and that's because this one that's right here is marinated in a chipotle smoky seasoning. So I've been marinating that all day, and I'm thinking it's going to taste outstanding. It smells great already. Then the other 2, I went ahead and seasoned up with one of my favorite seasonings, and it's this right here. I use the Weber Steak and Chop. This tastes really good on pork chops. Dinner is done. Go ahead and take this guy off, put it up on that tortilla, and let's eat. There it is, finished product. I've had a couple bites. It's really nice and juicy. Went ahead and made like a big pork steak taco, and it is awesome. Yeah, I was gonna have vegetables with it, but I'll put it off. This is plenty right here. And this is the chipotle, so it's a little bit of a spicy kick, and yeah, goes good with pork. But man, I cooked it over a blend of juniper wood and also some pine, and the flavors coming off of that are outstanding. That's one awesome thing about New Mexico is we have a variety of wood. So out here when you're cooking with wood, you could actually have a different smoke profile for whatever type of meat that you want to cook. So yeah, this is juniper and pine, and it's awesome. It's outstanding. All right, guys, good night. I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed, and see you guys in the morning. That's a pretty awesome setup. Give it a little dusting of some salt and pepper. Those eggs are done. Put some cheddar cheese. Give that a little stir. Put that pork chop back in there. Put on that green chili pepper. That is a New Mexico style breakfast meal right there. Green chili, eggs, and meat. Awesome. Well, I'm going to finish up breakfast. The only thing I'm missing out of this is a flour tortilla. I could put this all in tortilla, make myself an awesome breakfast burrito. Still good nonetheless, but man, I'm going to go ahead and finish up eating, and I'll get back to you guys here shortly. But yeah, I'm going to roll out of here shortly. Built that lean-to off the ATV. Came out awesome. I would do that again. So check this out. Here's my little walkway that comes off the land right here. So you take a step down and it just goes further down. But what I did is I ran a guy line all the way down the spine of the tarp, and I staked it off in the back. And then I took 4 other stakes and staked it in each of the corners there, and it worked out just fine. But man, what an awesome shelter build, I'll tell you that. I really like this. I'll do this again for sure. Alright guys, we just left camp, and oh, check this out. Yeah, that's a deer antler. Awesome. Heck, that 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a small 5-pointer. Awesome. I'm gonna take that home. Very cool. Stick that right under here. Awesome. Fits the quad too, huh? Yeah, nice find. Kind of coincidental. Right place at the right time. This is a good unit to hunt deer. There's a lot of deer out here. This is game unit 14, I believe. It's not 14, it's 13, but I'm pretty sure it's 14. Actually put in for a hunt up here to go hunting in the fall. One thing about me is I love any and all things that have to deal with the outdoors. I know there's folks that are, you know, don't see eye to eye, and you know, they're against folks hunting, but I'll have to tell you, man, if you eat meat, you just gotta learn to appreciate where, you know, meat comes from, and that comes from the form of hunting or some kind of giant meal, you know, killing cows or pigs or chickens, whatever it is. You know, that's how we get meat. That's just reality. We can't ignore the facts of that. But man, hopefully I get successful and I could draw this year, because I plan on cooking whatever I harvest out of my hunts if I get lucky. I put in for deer and I put in for antelope. I'm not sure if I'm going to put in for anything else, but definitely those two. And I'll definitely go turkey hunting come April. Ooh, this is a little dicey spot that I remember from yesterday. Of course, camera doesn't do it, but there's a nice drop off right there. Another one right here. Bam! Man, look at the flipping view through there. Got a nice canyon. That's the canyon I was riding up through yesterday, and my goodness, man, that was a beautiful ride through there. But man, I do hope to harvest some meat this year. Would love to take that out in my trips and cook it up. Love game meat, man. Deer, antelope, it's all good. In fact, I prefer it over beef. It's a quality of meat that is lean, and you just don't get that type of meat unless you go out there and try to hunt and harvest something for yourself and put food in the freezer for your family, and of course you get enough out of it that it's good to share it with a few friends, man. Probably won't do any filming of that, but if I harvest it, I'll definitely share some pictures on my Instagram page or Facebook page, whatever it is. I'll leave a link in the description box so that way you guys could find my Facebook and Instagram and follow me on that. Then you get to see more of, you know, what I do day to day, and, you know, sharing pictures of myself and family and our little outings that we go out on. Would love to have you guys a part of my Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, you can find that in the description box below, guys. Yeah, we were just there yesterday. Pretty sure some wildlife came and drank out of that water there. We'll go see if there's any fresh footprints in and around the mud right there. No, I don't see anything. But you know what? I do see something that I didn't observe yesterday, and I said this water must have been going down and probably into the spring. And check it out, it's running down underground right there. So it's an underground seep, and it's gonna fill that spring with water. But man, that's pretty cool. Didn't observe that yesterday. And now that I'm looking at it from this side, it makes sense why I think that tank is hollow, because up there they're just having the water run back down. You can see the pipe that would have fed it. There's no PVC angle that would fill water into that tank, which from there that tank would push water through that hose and fill up that trough. So yeah, that makes total sense. It's an underground seep right here filling the spring. Oh shit, that freaked me out, man. The shadow of that windmill turning just out of the corner of my eye, I don't know what the heck it was, but man, if coffee didn't wake me up, that sure did. That freaked me out. Oh man, god dang it, can't believe that. That is oh shit, man, you gotta be kidding me, dude, to get freaked out over a windmill shadow. Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm awake. That got the blood flowing right there. Actually, my heart's a little elevated. Oh, shoot, man. Can't believe that. Man, it's been a great trip, guys. I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment box, share this video, and go to my Instagram and Facebook page. You guys could follow me there. You know, I greatly appreciate it, guys. You know, some news that's going to be coming up. I will be having a little boy later this month, so my older son is going to have a little brother, and I'm looking forward to taking my kids out and explore some backcountry on ATV in the future. So yeah, I'm very excited to have a new boy, and my wife's doing well, and we're just waiting for that time to come. But man, there'll be videos to come in the future. But as I have my son later this month, you know, I'll be a little quiet, but I'll probably post a few other videos during that time frame from home, such as ATV loadout. I'll probably do a light bar install on this Polaris, also do a differential change on this Polaris, which I'll make videos out of. That's a 2014 Polaris, but even the old guys, they still need maintenance, and I figure those videos I'll put up. And yeah, stay tuned to that, guys. You know, later this year I do have some good trips planned on quad camping, and you know, even just doing some vehicle camping and exploring some areas by ATV. So I think you're going to want to really stay tuned for 2021. It's going to be a great year. But guys, you know, it's always good to have you guys, and until the next video, you guys get outside and, you know, enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. You guys take care. I'm out.